All right, I'm Nick. Today we're going to shoot another 100 rounds through the XD Mod 3. We are using a new camera and a new audio system. Let's see how that does. It's an experiment. Hopefully it does well, but we shouldn't have any problems with the gun, and hopefully the camera is okay. Let's get this magazine loaded up. If you haven't been watching along, the goal is to shoot 100 rounds through the Mod 3 every day with the expectations or the goal of finding out when does it fail. If it fails, we're going to go to 1,000 rounds, okay? So 500 rounds in, haven't had any malfunctions. I don't expect to have any malfunctions. We have been making comments in the comments section about if it's going to have a failure, when does it have a failure. The only person so far to think that it'll have an issue mentioned they think that it'll have a failure to feed issue somewhere between 800 and 850 rounds. Now, we're not cleaning it. We're not lubricating it. We're just going to shoot it, and we're just going to see what happens. And ideally, we make it to 1,000 with no problem. So, here we go. I'll tell you this, the more I shoot it, and that was only 14 evidently, the more I shoot it, the better the gun shoots, okay? And I talked about that before. You spend time shooting a pistol, you get better at shooting it, it shoots easier, all that good stuff. I'm not a professional, but I definitely recommend going out, buying a pistol, and buying a bunch of ammo, and finding a way to get to a range and shooting that pistol. That way you're familiar with it, you know you can count on it, okay? We are only reloading one magazine. That way we can also test the durability of the magazine, because if you have a magazine only last for, 20 reloads, that's not no good, okay? So, off we go. These trees are in the way, so that small target kind of got to lean a bit to the left to get around it. That's why I like shooting out here. You gotta adjust. All right, 30 rounds in. I'll fast forward through these next 15. Here we go. No problem so far. Approaching that 550 mark. And I still haven't put the grip tape on there I said I was going to put on there. I've been a little busy. Work keeps me busy sometimes, okay? And this is pretty much my lunch break. I come out here and I have some fun. And then I go back in there and I do a little bit of work. Hopefully the camera's doing pretty good. Usually we use a DSLR, but I wanted to see how this little action camera would do. You know, the more you shoot something, you really can tell if you're a fan of it or not, man. And the more I shoot it, it really makes you wonder why you go out and spend so much money on some of these guns. Some guns are just priced so high, and for what at the end of the day? I don't know, because that's a dang fine shooting pistol, man. For 325 bucks, a lot of people have mentioned using it as a truck gun or a stash gun where they could just keep one somewhere in a box with ammo, and somebody mentioned they could use more than one because you go out and you could buy 2 or 3 of these things, put them in random places if you're prepping for something or that's your style. No judgment, everybody's different, okay? All right, only 25 to go. Here's another 15. Ten to go. Definitely no signs of having any issues, okay? And hopefully these videos aren't getting boring. This is something that we discussed, something I decided to do. And maybe going forward, we'll only test the guns to 500, depending on what it is. And if we get to 500 with no malfunctions, we'll assume that everyone's a responsible gun owner, and after 500 rounds, you should probably clean and lubricate the pistol. Not that you need to, but you probably should. All right, last 10. There it is. We are 600 rounds down. We still haven't had any issues out of it. I'm a pretty darn big fan. I got nothing to complain about. It has ran well. I really like the front serrations. I like the rear serrations. I said it a bunch of times. I like the ambi magazine release. The trigger is great, minus the reset. I'd say the reset is a little bit long, but once you get used to it and you actually let your finger out, it does fine, okay? Like I said before, I'm sure someone who is a better shooter than me can go really, really fast with this gun, all right? Thanks for watching.